Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is mondomarkettv, the Crafting with Shalyn show. And today we're going to have an amazing show. You're going to see how cool this is. I mean, did you ever think you can create paper flower bouquets? Yes, right? It's crazy. Oh, well, we're going to show you how to do it. It's going to be amazing. But before we do, remember that this is an interactive broadcast. So if you have any questions, any comments, or anything like that during the broadcast, do send them in. Your best viewing experience is on mondomarkettv.com. So if you're watching on there, there is a chat box below the video. You can type your questions and comments in there. But if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we are monitoring those networks as well. So just type in your questions and comments wherever you're watching, and we'll have a good time together. We'll have fun together that way. And to make it extra special, we have a fun drawing going on. That's right, you heard me. A lucky person is going to win something very cool, and we'll announce who that is at the end of the day today. But the things to do in order to get entered to win is like, share, and comment in the video wherever you're watching. Like, share, and comment, and you'll get entered to win. All right, so here we are, Shalyn, another episode of Crafting with Shalyn. This is exciting.
This is so much fun.
Yes, it really is. Yes.
I really love it because we have the funnest creativity here, and we get to do some really amazing things. And I am really excited about this one today because if you're a bride-to-be, or you know somebody who's a bride-to-be, or you just love the bridal flowers,
you're gonna like this.
You're gonna love it because this is easy. You know how I talk about the Shay Way?
Yes.
I love the Shay Way. This is so fun because, you know, we've done projects before where we need the sizzix, and this you don't need anything. It's already pre-cut.
Fantastic.
It's really cool. So I'm gonna show you. This is the Bridal Bouquet from, maybe we'll just show this one, from David Tutera. And what's really awesome about this is everything that you need to make your bouquet and your boutonniere for your groom, it's right there. So you don't have to do anything but just punch these out. I'm gonna show you how that's done. So you can do the bouquet on here, but you don't have to do it exactly like the bouquet. You can make it your way. So if it's, you know, Nash way or, you know, Shahar way, you can do it your own way, but this is how we're gonna get started. So we're gonna open up this, the kit comes in like this little packet of like, it looks like scrapbook paper.
Wow.
And it's really cool because when you open it up, everything is bonded in there just like it would be into a scrapbook page.
Oh,
but get
you
this.
just tear it? You
tear it out. And all the pre-cut pieces are already there.
Oh, wow, this is amazing. So check this out. Look at that. It's all already here. So you get one by one?
One by one.
Every flower.
Every flower, everything. So I want to show you a few of the flowers today that I think are a lot of fun. And I'm going to need your help, Nash, because this does have a few flowers in it. And you want to be careful when you're pulling this apart because it is pre-cut. Your flowers will start falling out, and you want to make sure you keep all the flowers. Like I lost one right here. So you just want to make sure that you keep all these. So while I am pulling some of these out, if you'll just pop these out and put them on here for me.
Okay, ooh, and look how easy it is, and they just pretty much pop out nice and ready.
So easy.
Fantastic.
So when you think that the crafts are really hard because you're like, I cannot do paper flowers. Believe you me, yes, you can.
Because that was my initial reaction, I will say.
Yes, you can.
So now to think that I can make a wedding bouquet? What?
Well, you know, sometimes we get intimidated when we see things and we're like, yeah, I'm not even going to try it. I tell you what, when you start trying things and you start creating things, then it gets exciting and then you feel like you can take on anything. So.
Yes.
So I'm going to pull some of these out. These are the peonies. And you don't necessarily have to use this all for a wedding bouquet. So if you buy one packet and use that for your wedding bouquet and then your boutonniere, and then you buy another packet and you use those for your centerpieces. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Very inexpensive way to do centerpieces. And like I say, these take a little bit of patience to pull out. But everything comes in the kits, so your styrofoam balls, your wire. The only thing I would suggest for me personally was the tape looks like this. So here's the tape. And it's kind of a crepe paper feel. And for me being a florist and a wedding florist, I personally didn't want to use it because it was really hard for me to use. That doesn't mean it'll be hard for you. It just means for me, I like it a little bit easier with floral tape. So I used floral tape.
And what's the difference between?
This is sticky.
Oh,
so
I see.
It stretches, so when you pull it out like this, it becomes very tough. So you can kind of pull your pieces off, but it's sticky.
Ooh.
So when you wrap it around something, it automatically sticks to it.
So then you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, where this you have to glue it. So this is great, and you could probably make some carnations out of it, so don't throw it away. You can always use it. But I would suggest to just put it aside, get you some floral tape at any local craft store, and you can do that.
I will say that this is rather meditative. As I'm
really
peeling it
is.
out, it's like, oh, I feel kind of zen right now.
Yeah, I binge watch when I do crafts. I binge watch things and on Netflix and things like that. And I literally binge watched a whole series of shows while I was doing this because it was a lot of fun and I just got lost. So like you say, yes, you can get lost in this and holy cow, I mean, the things that you can create from it are just fun.
And I mean, I could see that if you're, for example, a bride-to-be, like you're about to get married, this could actually be kind of a cool thing to do with your spouse.
Yeah.
And prepare the bouquet together.
Exactly. And you could do a bridesmaid party and have, you could do, for one kit, this is a wedding planner talking now. If you buy one kit, you can actually split that kit in half and make 2 bouquets and 2 boutonnieres. So they would be your bridesmaids bouquets. So really, there's just a lot that you can do. We're going to pull these white ones out. So fun, fun, fun. Now on your papers that come, when you get them all punched out, because this is what they look like when they're all punched out, and I saved this stack, so if you can see.
That looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a grid.
Yeah.
But, so everything that we did for that bouquet is literally in all these papers. So that's what you get as your end result. And I just saved those to share. You can throw them away. Or if you like some of these that have thicker pieces on the ends right here, you can punch holes and make confetti out of it.
Oh.
So don't throw everything away because there's a lot of things that can be recycled. Let me move this back over here. So when you get your kit, you're going to open it up and empty it all out with the contents in it. And what's really cool is, watch this. Here is all your instructions. So everything that you need to know about the flowers is in here. It tells you how many pieces that you need for certain flowers. It tells you how to glue it, where to glue it, and what to do. So if you get lost and you look at this and you're going, okay, what is this piece of paper? This will show you, follow the directions. If you're at a point where you can do things on your own and you feel comfortable doing it because you know kind of how to do it, then I would suggest you literally just do it on your own and just kind of reference the instructions.
I mean, this is remarkable. If we can even show the finished bouquet here for you to see.
Oh,
look how stunning this is. I mean,
it is so pretty.
It's an amazing. It's very pretty, super, super pretty. It looks very intricate. So much fun because it's out of paper. And you get the satisfaction of being able to say that you did this yourself. How cool is that?
That is the big thing. Because remember what we've talked about as being artists? We are all artists here.
Yes.
So we are creating some amazing things. And we just have to have a little patience and time and, a couple of cherry cokes and watch your binge watching while you're doing your stuff. And you can do it. So I'm just going to punch out a few of here because I'm just going to demo you some flowers. We're not going to make the whole bouquet, but I'm going to show you how to do this, and it is phenomenal.
And by the way, while she's detaching that, don't forget we have a cool drawing, a giveaway going on. There are 3 things you got to do: like, share, and comment in the video where you're watching to get entered to win, and we'll announce a lucky winner at the end of the day today.
And we'll tell you what it is at the end. You'll like it. You'll like it a lot. So I'm gonna get some of these out of here. And when you're popping these out, please make sure that you are taking the time to just gently pop them. If you don't, you could pop them and actually tear them. And they're really easy to tear, I promise. I tore a whole bunch because
it is paper after all.
It is, and but you know, the cool thing about it is the paper is pretty stiff, but you know, just a little bit of delicate hands.
Now the finished bouquet is actually quite sturdy, huh?
You know what, it actually is, and there's a reason for it too. Because I use the floral tape, I feel like the stem is a lot sturdier because it is just on wire. And if you're gonna be outside all day long, you wanna make sure that you have a very sturdy, strong foundation on the bouquet. So you can use that crepe paper tape like I showed you earlier, but try and find some floral tape and use some floral tape if you can. I just feel like it has just a little bit more strength to it. And you're spending money on this, so you want to make sure you're getting your money's worth. You don't want to have it fall apart.
And if you're into preserving your bouquet after the wedding, I mean, this is great because it doesn't spoil.
Yep.
Right?
And there's also products out there, you know of some, where you can put it on to the flowers and actually make it into kind of a soft material.
Like the Paverpol, for example?
Yep.
Yes.
You can make that. So let's just say you're doing, oh, you did it, see? It's a little grid. So if you're doing an outside wedding and you are, you know, a little bit leery about rain, we have a product here at the studio that is just phenomenal. And if you put it on this paper, it will change it and make it waterproof, and you won't ever have to worry about it.
That's a really good idea.
I think it's just, I love it.
She's talking about the transparent Paverpol. You would use that one. Well, you don't have to use that one, but you would use that one to preserve the colors of the flowers.
Yep.
And it makes it waterproof that way.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, you know, be creative. And then it preserves it forever. Like, you will have that forever.
It could sit in your garden, basically.
It could.
Like, no kidding.
It could. And then you would never have to worry about it ever getting different. So I'm going to have you punch out some of these.
Sounds good.
The punching is what takes a long time. And so I'm just going to find the smaller sections.
Wilma said, hi, I shared. Thank you, Wilma.
Wilma.
Thanks for joining us every week. We love it that you come.
We love hearing from you, Wilma. Thank you.
Diana is asking, can a 12-year-old do this? Like,
Yes.
She's thinking Girl Scouts.
Yes. In fact,
look, if I can do it, like, no kidding.
can.
If I can do it, yes, they can do it.
do you know, Diana, for girls who are, you're looking for projects for girls, this would be awesome because you don't actually have to make the bouquet. You could split this up in probably 6 ways. So if you had 6 girls, you could give them their own set of flowers and leaves, and they could actually create something from it. Or if you had, you know, like 3 girls, you could split it into 3 because there's only 3 hydrangeas. But that's a really good, you know, comment because girls love stuff like this. And I mean, look, Nash is doing it.
I'm doing it.
It's really quite fun.
Sandy said, cool, a Shay Way bouquet. That's awesome.
Thanks, Sandy. Yes, the Shay Way bouquet.
And Beverly said, love it. So many ways to use Paverpol. Yes, exactly. Beverly is our Paverpol instructor here at
She's the queen of Paverpol. Yes.
Yes.
Glad she joined. Yeah, I just think there's so many good uses for this. And, you know, if you make them into your centerpiece and you put them on your table and they're outdoors, it wouldn't hurt to put that on it and just preserve it. So we'll get a few more here. I know it's a little monotonous to watch, but you'll love the end result because, you know, when you start curling the flowers and changing the flowers up, it just gets so pretty.
You see it come to life?
Yes. So awesome. Okay, so I've done that. Now see how much room is left on this? This is where my you know, preserve and try and use as much as you can. If you have all that room left right here and you're gonna make centerpieces for your table, punch out holes or stars or diamonds, whatever you want with a paper punch, and you can make your own confetti out of this and it won't cost you anything. I mean, this is your leftovers. So that's what's really cool. All right. So in our instructions, they are telling us for the large one, we use 4 of these. So we have 4. And then on the medium ones, we're going to use, I think it's 2. And then the next to the small one is 2. So let's see, you have the next level. So you can see the different sizes. So let's put this one right here. Make sure. Sometimes in my crooked craft eye, as I call it,
Do you want me to do this one?
Yes, please. It starts to look kind of the same. Everything starts to look kind of the same size because I think, oh, yeah, that's the right size. So I would just look at like these especially, but we do need, and on here again it says 4.
So Diana said, LOL, thanks. The girls love making new things. We have art badges to complete.
Exactly.
Perfect.
That's awesome. And then when you do this and you get them done, please show us on I Love Arts and Crafts.
Yes.
Because we would love to see, put the picture of those girls out and show us their talent because that's awesome.
By the way, if you haven't done that yet, join our group.
Yes.
On Facebook. It's called I Love Arts and Crafts. Join up and post your ideas and your pictures of projects and things because we love seeing them.
We do. And there's some fascinating crafts on there too. I just love watching all that. So let's see if I've got the right amount here. And it's really important to follow everything. So we're gonna do 2 of that, 2 of this, and 4 of this. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And when you're binge watching TV and you're doing this, you're just gonna love what they do. So on this, I have different tools. And what's really interesting is it depends on how fat you want the curl of your flower. So right here on this big one, I'm gonna move these up so you can see it. So here you go. Here's your bigger flower. You're gonna actually take this.
What do you have in hands? Just the.
This is a chopstick.
Oh, okay.
This is a chopstick I got, a little while ago at the Chinese place, and I thought, oh, I might need that one day. I do. So, never look at something as just one way to use it. You can use it in everything. So here you go. We are going to just curve it right over the chopstick. I mean, my chopstick, you can tell they've been used because I use them for just about everything. But you're just gonna do this with all the flowers. And just curl it. I mean, there's your base. There's one part of it. So we're just gonna pull this together. And I love this kit. And here's another thing. You do not have to use this for a bridal bouquet. I know it says it on the box or the package, but if you are into florals for like your house or, if you're gonna sell them at a market or something like that, you actually can take a ring like this. You could do a larger or small ring, it doesn't matter. It's just a regular one at the craft store. They embroidery on it, do macrame. You could make a floral with these flowers, put it right onto here and wire them, and you can have a wreath for your front door. This does not have to be a bouquet. So there's many options to this.
I have come to learn that you're obsessed with wreaths.
I love wreaths, but I love everything. I just love seeing one thing and changing it into another.
Yes.
Because a lot of people say there's only, I'm gonna have you do those while we're talking. There is only one use for a product. They'll say, oh, I can only do that for one thing. And it's like, nope, you can change it into anything you want. So, if you decide that you want a nice spring wreath, you can make this into a wreath. You could make it into a floral arrangement for your front table. So just because it says bridal bouquet does not mean it has to be that way.
So basically we're just wrapping the leaves around the
You're just
chopstick.
creasing it. Yep, just crease it. So while we are sitting here chatting, we're making flowers.
Gotcha.
So this is what you can do when you have your girlfriends over and, you've made some really good snack food and you're, watching something or you're just hanging out. you know, especially like what Diane said with the girls, you know, bring the girls over and let them just start. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but see
so awesome.
how easy that was? And you can see the backside.
And it really is fast. So,
Yes.
you know, if you're, sometimes, you know, people have a hard time with their fingers, and I know there's people who have arthritis that want to do things. What I want you to do is I want you to find a way that you can do it that doesn't hurt your fingers, but it also, you can create, because I only have the use of 3 fingers on one hand, and so I have had to adapt,
Really? I didn't
and
know
you
that.
can adapt. So I only have the use of these 3 fingers.
Huh.
And so I literally just don't do things the way that I'm supposed to, because I have to adapt to how it's gonna work. So look at that. We're almost done with this flower. And there's, I think there is 5 of those flowers. It tells you right in the packet how many flowers, what you get, all the fun ingredients, I call it, in the packet. And you literally can just start creating flowers. You could even do a flower garland with this. So, you know, don't limit yourself. If you're doing a wedding and you want to do some flower garlands over a fireplace mantle, this would be perfect. Because if you're gonna make everything match, go for it. I would make here a nice, get you some silk greens and put these into the silk greens, or make your own leaves. So there's lots you can do. So check this out. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. I love these. This one and the hydrangea in this packet are my favorite, because I just like the dimension of them. I like the way they look and how they feel.
I mean, they look
So-
stunning. Look at the hydrangea here. It's so cool.
I honestly, when I first saw the hydrangea, I am a seasoned crafter and I was intimidated.
It looks, yeah.
I looked at that and went, oh, how am I
Oh.
gonna do that one? And when I realized what it was and how easy it was, then I was like, how could I not do that?
It looks very intricate and complex. So
Yeah.
now, Shalyn, since you understand weddings so well, etc., tell me one thing. How much would I be saving to do this myself, having a gorgeous bouquet, versus actually getting an actual bouquet?
An
done?
actual bouquet. Well, I can tell you a silk bouquet could run you, with silk flowers, could run you about $80 or $90. That's just buying your nice silks, your upper end silks, and putting it together.
So that's still if you're putting it together
That's if
yourself.
you're putting it together. If you hire somebody to do it, you could spend $125, $100, it depends.
At least.
At least. If you do a fresh flower bouquet, you can run up into the hundreds. So, like I say, I mean, if you really like this paper trend, which I love the paper trend, you could do this very inexpensively.
Do we do the same on these itty bitty ones?
Actually, I'm gonna show you how to do those.
Okay.
I'm on my last one here, and we're gonna glue this. So, there you go. So what we've done is we've done the 4 little ones right there. There are the 2 big ones. Let me read my instructions again. So we have 4 big ones. We have the 2 medium-sized ones. And then we have these 2 right here, this other size. So what you're gonna do is,
That looks pretty as it is
isn't
already.
that cool? I mean,
Yes.
you could just use them like this and put little embellishments in here for the center. And that literally could be, these could actually be napkin rings if you put like ribbon in the back. You could actually tie it and make it into a napkin
You're
ring.
so creative. By the way,
So-
Robin said, "Hi, I'm watching you."
Oh, Robin, you sweet lady. I love you. She's a doll. She's my crafty friend. She's got some talent for sure. I'm gonna leave that right there. So watch this.
So you put a little dot of glue right there in the center, and now you put another one on top.
Yep, but I'm alternating the leaves.
Oh yes, I
So
see.
I'm gonna make height and depth,
Ooh,
and that's what's really cool.
look at that! It changes
So-
instantly.
And if you poke, now see, this is where I love my skewer. So if you poke really hard and just kind of push those leaves up, they'll go up.
Oh.
Yeah. And your cordless glue gun. I think we need to have some Mondo Market TV glue guns.
I was just thinking about that.
I love the cordless. So there you go. And then you have the next level.
And look, you can see there the dimension, the depth that it
A
has.
little bit smaller. Now the hot glue does get hot. I mean, that's why I love chopsticks. I mean, who would have thought? But, you know, chopsticks just, they work for all kinds of stuff, from paint to holding stuff in. And then you don't burn yourself. Just kind of move your leaves around. I mean, we're talking fast here.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, man. I am all for that. Because really, I mean, I like to see what I accomplish pretty fast. And I want it to be finished.
This is definitely instant gratification right here.
It really is. And what's really cool is, you know, if you're really intricate and you want to add a few more, just go get some papers that you like and just trace out the pattern and cut it and add a few more to your own style. So look at this.
Robin says, a great Mother's Day gift.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
You know, as crafty ladies, we see so many beautiful things in everything that we create from nothing. That's our talent, and that is what is so fun about, you know, Mondo Market TV, because we have a lot of really cool people here who know their stuff. So there you go.
Look, that looks awesome. I want them to see.
I need to turn this just a little bit. So some of mine are turned, but not all the way. And sometimes your glue will be forgiving and sometimes it won't. So just, if you see something that just needs a little tweak, tweak it. But there you go.
Look at that, so cool. Amazing.
And you could add embellishments into the center.
It's so quick it was for you to make this too.
It's like fast
Look
and
at this,
easy.
how pretty this is. So there it is from the top basically. And you can see it has depth. It's like an actual flower.
And it's pretty solid.
Right? It's super pretty.
It's really solid.
You can even, I was just thinking, you can even use this, put little LED, the little LED lights in the middle.
That would be so
and
cute.
You can make it like a center,
a little
table
centerpiece
and stuff like
well,
that.
Well, look, just with this wooden round, and you had like,
yes,
say you have a little vase like this, and you had a couple of them around.
Oh, yes.
Good idea.
Super
See?
cute.
See, it's amazing when your mind starts going off and you can start creating. You start thinking about all these really fun things.
So awesome.
So the hydrangea.
So before you go into the hydrangea, actually, let me let you guys know what we have. So today we're demoing this product right here. You can see it in front of me. And it is, I will tell you the name exactly, but it's the David Tutera Paper Bouquet and Boutonniere. And the very cool thing is, because we're demoing it on our show today, you can get it, the special offer for it. So normally you'd get it for $29.99. Today you can get it for $27.50 and save yourself a few bucks. So I highly encourage you to go to mondomarkettv.com and get yours today. Look at this, it's amazing. This bouquet is stunning, 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 and you can make it yourself. You saw how easy it is to make. Kind of meditative, fun little thing to do, perhaps with your friends or even with your spouse. Phenomenal, and you'll save for less than 30 bucks, and you'll save a ton on your bouquet. Plus, you'll have one that's truly unique, and it was made by you. How amazing is that?
Absolutely.
Just go to mondomarkettv.com to get yours today.
And you know, for $27, and you could make a bouquet and a boutonniere.
Yes.
And then another $27, you can make probably 4 to 6, depending on how full it is, centerpieces. And then another $27 to do, you know, a couple bridesmaids, or even 2 packs to do 4 bridesmaids. I mean, really, you're less than $100 to do your bridal flowers.
Yes.
That's
unheard of.
Just awesome.
That's super awesome.
So I mean,
yes. So during the next 24 hours, that's the sale. So go to mondomarkettv.com to get yours right now.
Yes, yes. Now, what I'm doing with the hydrangeas is literally, and I'm going to have you do this too with me, curl your edges. So I think there is 60 or 64 of these little tiny doohickeys in here. And very easy to do. They will, these, when you punch them out, they will pop some of the petals. Don't throw them away. Just keep them and use them, because you can just glue them right into when you do the hydrangea. But it's fast, really easy. And I mean, we're gonna put this hydrangea together and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. And then once you do one of the flowers, so this is what I did. When I first got the kit, I was like, okay, I can do this. And I popped out one of every flower. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do one of every flower and see how well I do with it. Oh my gosh, by the time I got to the hydrangea and I had done all these little flower buds, I was like, whoa, how is that gonna fit onto that styrofoam? And you know, I was thinking I'd probably have too many. And nope, by the time I got them all done and put them on there and it was full and tight, I was so impressed. And I thought, okay, this is how you do hydrangeas, because I've done kits before where the hydrangea is on a separate piece of wire. So you have 30 to 40 pieces of wire. Ooh. And you're actually gluing, so you're poking a hole and gluing a piece of wire into each and every stem or the flower. Oh my gosh. And it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, and it's really hard to make it perfectly, you know, round on the top, because you're doing, you know, a half circle. And it was just like, I'm never doing this again. And so that's why I've stayed away from paper hydrangeas. This one, David Tutera, thank you for creating easy flowers, because for me, this was a snap. And I was really appreciative of the easy instructions. They are so easy. So don't be intimidated by them when you get them. And we'll probably just do about a half of hydrangea, but you're gonna love how it looks. That's what is so fascinating about paper flowers is you can do a lot of creativity. Now, here's an idea. You can take spray glitter. Just at the local craft store, it's in your paint section, and just get you some, either, it's called opalescent, which is kind of a rainbowy color, clear, I don't know, how do you describe opalescent?
Milky.
Yeah, a little bit milky with a lot of pretty colors, and it catches and reflects the lights, really pretty. So if you took that spray, and before you punch out any of your flowers, anything, spray the flower, the piece of paper first. Oh. And put the opalescent spray on it, or you can go gold or silver, whatever, you know, whatever it is that you're using. But what's really cool about it is when you do your flowers, and do front and back, don't just do one side, do front and back, your flowers are going to have a sheen on them that are going to be so pretty. So, you know, I challenge you to do something like that, to make it just a little bit different, because you'll look at it this way and you'll be like, oh my heck, that is so beautiful. You can spray it when you're done too. It just, sometimes it won't be even. And so if you're trying to be consistent and congruent on how everything looks, I would definitely do that. So check this out. We are almost done doing the hydrangeas.
Wow. As
we sit here and chit chat, it's really quite fun. And if you're doing a door wreath with this, the hydrangeas, there's 3. That's your focal point in your wreath. So it's just awesome.
Robin says different colors would make it stand out too.
Oh, a lot. And just adding a little bit extra to it. Like you could even paint the tips of this flower. You could paint it with a gold or a silver. Oh my gosh. Would that not be just gorgeous?
You could do even like your relief technique that you've showed in previous episodes.
Yep. You could stipple those. There's just so many options. And I'm just gonna do this last one. I'm gonna show you how to glue it. And it also comes with, the kit comes with a little pin. So this is for the back of your boutonniere. I actually didn't use this. I've got just a straight pin with the pearl edge. You can use that. Sometimes these are a little bit harder and you'd have to glue it on, but the pin works just fine. Either way, whatever you're comfortable with, that's what you do. So we are going to, I'm so excited. I love this one. So we're gonna take our half circle styrofoam ball.
And it comes in the kit.
It does come in the kit.
Everything you need basically comes in the kit.
And you're just gonna start by gluing the top of your hydrangea and just let it sit.
So you put the glue in the center of that little flower.
That little center right there of the flower. And this one is a little bit different. I kind of fold them like this when I start putting them in because you don't want to burn your fingers. It's inevitable. I did it many times. And I kept thinking, why didn't I learn? But I try and go too fast sometimes. But, so we're just adding this in. Like, that's all we're doing. And because it's already preformed, there's not much you have to do but just glue them on. That's where it comes in as the Shay Way, because this doesn't take a lot of time. You know, you are going to have a few hours into it for, you know, popping all the flowers out and putting it together. But here's a bribe thing. If you have grandchildren or you have little kids at home and you're trying to put this together, you know, bribe them, give them, you know, a treat if they'll pop out so many of them. And then it cuts your time down for doing it. But here's another great thing about this kit. When you order it, if you're a florist or you're a crafter and you do sell bouquets, you could literally make this bouquet, get your time down so you're not spending all day on it, and you could sell it for $100. So you could make money off of creating a kit like this. So again, you know, you'd want to cut down on your labor to make sure your labor isn't too high, but I mean, what a great way, a $27 investment, and you can turn around and make, you know, some money off of it, which I think is fabulous.
So remember, just go to mondomarkettv.com. Get your kit today. It's a David Tutera bouquet, wedding bouquet, and boutonniere. Comes with everything that you need. You'll see it here. This is the one in front of me. See, that's what you're seeing there. And then here you have the items that come in the back. Amazing, amazing kit. Comes with everything that you need, and you create this stunning, absolutely stunning bouquet. You can do it yourself. Very easy to do.
Very fast.
Very fast. You can do it just yourself. You can do it with your spouse. You can do it with your bridesmaid. You can really have a good time. And you can even sell it like Shalyn just mentioned. So all you have to do is go to mondomarkettv.com right now to get yours. During the next 24 hours, we have a special introductory price. So take advantage of that and get it today. Why not? mondomarkettv.com is where you go.
That's right. Now look, our hydrangea is forming.
Wow.
I mean, isn't that cool?
That was so fast.
And it's
so you've just
tight.
been gluing them in there.
I've just been gluing them, and they're really tight. So, you know, if somebody bumps into them, it's really not going to hurt it. So what's really great about this kit is the way the flowers are put together, they're pretty tough. And sometimes I have to reignite my glue gun because I keep it off too long. But how easy is that? And then once you get them all on, I'm going to show you how to wire it. And I'm not going to do every single one of them, but I'm going to show you. The wiring part of it, I honestly, when I was following instructions, I decided to do it just a little bit differently.
The Shay Way.
The Shay Way, because I am a big fan of not having things fall apart. So not that it would fall apart, I just felt like with the instructions, I needed to just make it a little bit thicker because I knew nobody would see it. So I'm going to just let that dry just for a sec. So on the bottom here, there is some tape. You'll probably want to get rid of that. So they include in the kit this wire, and it's very flexible. I really like the wire. I thought it was a great asset. Because some wires will come and they're so flimsy that you're worried that your flowers aren't going to stand up.
But that one is just right.
This one is just right.
And it comes in your kit already.
Already, so you don't have to worry about it. So what I did was I actually folded mine over. So if you can see that. I folded it over and I took a pair of tweezers. And again, these are a must, tweezers. And I just pinched it together. So I just want it to be a little bit thinner. And because it's live TV, it won't do it. So we'll try this one. I don't want to cut it. I just want to make it a little bit tighter. So I used 2. So I'm going to do 2 of these. And then what you do to make it a little bit more sturdy is you can use a stylus, you can use, actually you can use a Phillips screwdriver if you want, something that has a sturdy end on it that you can poke a hole. And so what I did was I poked a hole and I poked another hole, and I made them pretty deep. So for me, mine are about as long as this right there.
Okay.
So that's about as deep as I made it. And then what I did was I filled the hole first, and then I'm going to put this in and I'm going to hold it just for a minute like this. And then I put more glue on top because nobody's going to see this underneath. So kind of fill it up and give yourself like a strong surface so you've got enough around that when it dries, it literally just dries solid, because we don't want to have the bride moving around and then all of a sudden the hydrangea flips out.
Oh.
So, you know, I would just make sure you double it and make that glue really, really sturdy. And then we'll do the same thing with the next one. And then I'm going to show you how to floral tape it, because to me the floral tape worked a lot better, and it's sticky. And if you want, you can put like a skewer, if you have any skewers at your house, or if you have old stems from silk flowers, you can actually put one right in the middle here and just wire it around each other like this. Oh. And I'm actually not going to use a skewer, but I'm doing it for a demo. So here you go. And just poke that skewer in a little bit. Now see how sturdy that is?
Yeah.
That's what you want, because if this will be the center of your bouquet, you have got a really sturdy center. And then with the floral tape, because let me show you what happens with this tape. And I really like this tape. I'm just not a fan of it for this. If you were doing this tape, you would want to glue it right here, and then you would pull it around. And I like it, and that's the result you would get, and it's a pretty color. But I do like the dark, and I do like it to stick. Because here's the thing, when you do other flowers, you want to make sure that those other flowers stick to your stem and they hold tight. So here you go. So this is what the floral tape looks like when it's done. And it's tight. Like, it's tight and it's not going to go anywhere.
And
so if you want to show that.
Do you go more than once, or just one time over is
one or two times? Enough? It depends on how comfortable you are with it. If you're not really comfortable with floral tape, I would practice a little bit, but I really like it, and that's what I would do. I'm going to glue this one too and show you.
And just so you can see all sides. Here it is from the back.
From the back side. I mean, we're talking easy. So,
yes.
But this is sturdy. So when you're holding that bouquet,
it's not going anywhere.
Yes, and you have that stability. If you don't have something like a skewer or an old stem from a flower, you're going to end up having a bouquet that's just a little bit wobbly. And then again, I'm going to turn this, fold it over. Now, here's what I did with mine. I took my wire, put it through the hole, and then I am going to turn it. So I'm actually going to make this little tiny,
ooh.
You see that?
Yes.
Okay, the reason why I did that is because if I just glue it straight down onto the flower, it's gonna fall off eventually.
So this will hold it.
Mm-hmm. So what we're doing is we're actually making like a little plate that it sits on with the wire that comes out.
Got it.
So I'm gonna bend it up. So it kind of looks like a music note. So you have this little music note. And then we're gonna take a bunch of glue. And then we're gonna just...
Any chance we can move that glue gun a bit or no?
Yes. So we are going to
You put quite a good amount of glue in there.
I do. I use a lot because I just don't want it to fall apart. And I want it to be sturdy. And I think because the bridal, if this was a wreath for my door, I probably wouldn't put as much. And if it was for a wreath for my door or somewhere where it's going to be hot, really hot, the glue will actually loosen up.
Oh,
so
good
you
point.
want to make sure you use like a tacky glue, something like this.
If it's going to be sitting in a place that's hot.
If it's going to be somewhere hot, you do something that's not. But the thing with this glue is you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to line up bottles like I did, line up some bottles, and then you're going to have to hold the, your little wire. Like I actually wrapped mine a little bit.
Just hold it in place until it sets.
Right, until it sets and it dries. Because the wire will move after the glue's all dried, but before that you want to make sure that you've really got it sturdy. So another part of the flowers, and this is for the peony. And let's see,
And while she's getting the peony, don't forget to go to mondomarkettv.com to get this fantastic kit. It's the paper bouquet and boutonniere that you can get. You create this incredibly stunning bouquet, paper bouquet, all made by you. How cool is that? Super easy to follow, fast to do, fun to make. Definitely worth getting. During the next 24 hours, we have a special introductory price. So you get to save a few bucks. Just go to mondomarkettv.com to take advantage of that and get yours today. Super cool. Definitely worth it. You'll love it. Cool. Yes.
You will. I mean, there are kits out there that are great, and I've really enjoyed them, but this one has to be, David Tutera has really changed up a few things, and I really enjoy it. I mean, you can even take some of these flowers and turn them into place cards.
Do you want me to pop some of those?
Yes, so just pop these right here, and I'm going to pop the larger ones. Okay, so on the peony, and again, your instructions are 4, 4, and 3. So when you look on here, you're going to look for the different sizes. And here's one of our bigger ones.
And I love this because you get the instructions in the book that comes with it in the packet. But you also get the video where you can watch. You can come back to this and rewatch and do it together with Shalyn.
Right.
So look, I accidentally tore one.
We can use it. So don't throw it away. If it's torn, do not throw it away because they can be used. That's the power of glue. I love glue. So we're almost there. And I mean, it is kind of a short amount of time to try and do a bouquet, but if you have any questions, anything at all, please contact me here at Mondo Market TV, and I will be glad to answer any questions, or, if you've got anything that's stressing you out and you're like, oh, I just can't do it. Let me know and I'll walk you through it because
Robin said, I'm sharing this with all of my crafty friends.
Oh,
awesome.
Robin.
Thank you.
You are awesome, Robin.
And they'll love you for it too.
They will. And then we're coming to your house to do crafts. Okay, so we want 4 big ones, 4 mediums, and 3 small. So here we go. And we have the one that actually ripped, so this will show you how to do it. Let's pull some of these out. And paper flowers, they've been around forever, but the trend with them now is just so hot. I mean, everybody loves them. I just did a wedding rehearsal dinner that had paper flowers for the backdrop, and that's going to be another class that we do. You're going to love it. So you'll love the, it's made all by the Sizzix dies that we have here at the studio, and so you'll be able to purchase those, and oh my gosh. And it's not just for weddings. So if I talk a lot about weddings, you can use a lot of things for weddings, but this could be for any type of party, anything you want to do. So what I'm doing is I'm just curling the the edges here, and I'm just using my tool that I have to poke things out. So check this out, very fast. Roll it and just make a curve. This is your peony, so this is like a little miniature peony. And
Should I do these smaller ones too?
Sure, yeah, we can pull those out. So we're gonna do 4 big ones and the 4 mediums and the 3 smalls. And then I'll show you how to do the core. Sometimes the core people don't, they look at the strip and they say, oh, I can't do it. Yes, you can, because I'm gonna show you a really easy way to do it.
She's gonna show you the Shay Way.
The Shay Way. I'll tell you what, I spent lots of years doing things the hard way. And when I switched over to the Shay Way, it seemed to work well for me. So, you know, you could do like the Debbie way, the Robin way, like I was saying earlier. It's how you craft and what you do. And I love these peonies. I mean, they are just so pretty. But again, they're delicate, so they've got a little bit of flimsiness to the little piece at the middle before they get put together. So you want to make sure that you're really careful with them.
Once it's together, it's sturdy.
It's sturdy. It's really sturdy, and I was very pleased with that. So here's that little extra one. Just do it just like you would do with it if it was attached, but don't throw it away because you don't want your flowers to be off. You want them all to be congruent with each other. So look at that. So while we're chit-chatting, we have a peony almost done. And you know, you can even use a skewer for this and make the flower ends tighter. So
do you want me to do these with the skewers or no?
Yes,
Okay.
do those. Because we can hurry and put some of those together. So here we have this just about done. And paper flowers, when you get them all done and you put them together, a lot of people don't dare touch them because they think they're gonna fall apart. This, if you do it right and you hook it to where you don't think the flower's gonna come apart or what have you, you can whip it around a little bit. So here we go. We're gonna glue these now. And again, all it is layering. So you're just layering your flowers.
Sandy said, ooh, I say add glitter.
I know,
Right?
really. And you know what, Sandy, what's really interesting that you would even say glitter, because I do love glitter on things. And I usually have my nail polish with me, but I found something really cool. Glitter sticks. These
Ooh.
have a glue in them and they're glitter. They come in the rose gold and silver.
Gold.
So great idea, because that way it just adds that little sparkle to it. Plus you can embellish them with like Swarovski crystals. You know, you could upgrade just a little bit and make this just absolutely fabulous. And that's what crafters do. They make things fabulous. And that's why I love watching everybody on I Love Arts and Crafts, because, oh my goodness, the stuff you guys make, it's impressive.
It's amazing.
It's really impressive. So again, I'm just layering them, alternating them. So we're not putting them
Little
in
dab of glue in the middle.
Little dab of glue, little dab will do ya. And like I say, if it moves just a little bit, it will be a little bit forgiving, but you know, not a ton. And your paper can rip once you put the glue on it. So
be careful there.
Yeah, be careful not to rip that. And there's where the little extra piece would be. So I'm just gonna put a dab of glue there and put that right there. And then a dab of glue. Oops. We're gonna put that right there.
Should I curl these as well or no?
We can. I think we'll hold off just for a
Okay.
minute. We'll see how far we've got.
These are the itty bitty ones.
Itsy bitsies. And I mean, they're so cute anyway. So if you want to just do something really small for even like books that you adorn at home, you could take this kit and do some stuff with that as well.
This is super cool and
So versatile.
super versatile. And Guest 310 said something very interesting, which I hadn't thought about, and it's very cool. this is the perfect bouquet for someone with allergies.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly.
That is a great, great thing. I like that comment because
This way you'll be enjoying your wedding and not sneezing
that's right.
the whole time.
That is exactly right. And I have done weddings where the girl has been allergic to her bouquet.
Really?
And it's really hard because you have to keep them far away from them. But if the centerpieces all match the bouquet, then it's all over the room.
Wow.
So yeah. So all right, I'm going to show you how to do the middle. So while we're talking, there is our little peony.
Okay.
I mean, simple.
Let me show it here even.
Okay.
Look how cool.
It's about right there.
Oh, look at that. So
that
pretty,
cute?
right? Super cute.
Easy.
Super easy to make, fast,
Fast
easy,
is a good
and
word.
pretty. Yes, I like it.
That's a lot of fun.
It really is.
So now I'm going to show you how to do the center of your peony. So take your tweezers and just tweeze the end. And then I just want you to roll.
Oh, look at that.
This is it. This is so easy. I mean, nothing real major. Just roll it and, sometimes put it in, so it doesn't stream out. Because sometimes I was doing these and then they would pop right out and I'd have to pull them back in. But I mean, super easy. You can't get any easier than this for a center.
And you can't get it wrong either.
No, that's what's fabulous
what I
about
like.
this kit. It's pretty much foolproof. So that's what I have at the end. Now, I am going to take a dab of glue again, and I'm going to do quite a bit because I actually don't want this to come apart. So right there, see where it's kind of leaking out a little bit? It's okay. But you just push that in, get your little fancy dancy chopstick. I'm a big recycler too. Ask my husband, I save lots of jars and lots of little things thinking I could use that to paint or I can use that to craft. So that's pretty much done. Let me get another glob of glue here. And be generous with it, but not too much.
And then you just put it in the
Put
center.
it in the middle. And once it's dried, we're gonna just fan it out. So once that glue's dried, you're gonna kind of get rough with it and you're gonna pull those edges out. So totally awesome.
Nice.
I love it. And then when you're gluing that, you're gonna do the same thing that you did over here. You're just gonna take your wire and you're just gonna pull it. Fold it in half. The instructions tell you to do you can do just one line of your wire. And I say just fold it in half and make the little curve like they show you on there, but make it more into like something that's round. So you have a seat or a plate that your things are gonna land on. And look at that. So we'll have one more done. So this is just cool.
So you're just putting a little dab of glue in the middle.
Dab of glue.
A good amount.
A good amount because I want it to stay.
And then you just press your
it
wire
on.
there.
Yeah.
And you put the glue on top of it.
Right.
Covering all of that folded part of the wire.
Right. And then once you do that and you hook it up to something that's going to hold on to it, then you're going to get all your flowers done. Just assemble, as it says on the instructions, one right after another. So you're just going to, sometimes they just don't want to stay. Let's see here. Anyways, I'll hold it. So when you're assembling, just start with what you feel comfortable with. I actually didn't start with what was in the packet. I just decided to go with a hydrangea on top and the other peonies and that. And then I just worked my way around. And then I just wrapped it with the floral tape. Each stem I wrapped. So just like this, I'm gonna wrap that with floral tape.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Because when I put them together and the floral tape's together, it will make it stick together. So it won't fall off.
That's a great tip.
And floral tape is waterproof.
Oh, really?
So you want to make sure that
Also because if they're sweaty and
Yep.
stuff like that and holding it,
Yep.
they're nervous.
you do get some ribbon that is in the kit as well. I suggest you just go buy something that you like that matches your color. If you want to add a gray or a purple or white, I just have plain white on it. I did a satin. You can do a sheen, like if an organza. But if you do something like that, make sure you have a solid color first, like a solid white, and then you do an organza over the white, because you will see the green stem. So, but that's pretty much how you put this kit together. It's awesome.
Yeah, so get yours today. mondomarkettv.com is where you go. You can get the David Tutera. It is the paper bouquet and boutonniere, and you can get it and create it yourself. How wonderful is that? You do it fast, you do it quickly, and you have fun while doing it. All you have to do is mondomarkettv.com. While we're or during the next 24 hours, we have our introductory price. So you save a few bucks. Go there right now, mondomarkettv.com, and you can get yours.
Sweet.
Any final questions and comments or that you'd like to leave our audience with today?
Just have fun. When you buy this kit and you start creating with it, have fun, because this, like you were saying, it is a Zen process.
It is.
And when you can detox, I like to detox by doing crafts. You just create, just keep creating. And if you can add stuff to this, I would love to see what you do, because holy cow, your ideas on top of my ideas, on top of Nash's ideas, can make so many cool things. So
that's right.
Keep going.
Keep going. Diana, go get those Girl Scouts to make these beautiful bouquets.
And then show us.
So just go to mondomarkettv.com to get yours right now, okay? All right, so lucky winner for today's drawing is Sandra Ward. Sandra, yay! Congratulations. You are the lucky winner. Send us an email to info@mondomarkettv.com with your name and mailing address. We'll get that sent out to you, and you'll love it. info@mondomarkettv.com. All right. Well, you guys, thank you for watching us today. Don't forget, next week, Wednesdays, so we air every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Mountain. That's 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. So join us live every Wednesday for Crafting with Shalyn. Until then,